Hi, my name is Jacqueline Emery. I am a certified life coach as well as a certified health coach. I help my clients with things like happiness and overall well-being, as well as de-stressing and creating more life balance and life satisfaction. So in this video, we are going to talk about such an important topic, and that is habit change. So let's talk about what is so important about habit change. We can't change anything in our life, in any area of our life, without first changing the things that we're doing every single day, which is our habits. I always like to say our life is the sum of our habits. So habits can serve such an important role. So things like driving or putting your clothes on, those are all things that our brain has memorized and we do them on autopilot. So habits can be very, very useful. But on the other side of that, our brain also memorizes bad habits. So we adopt good habits that help us. It's our brain trying to help us, but we can also adopt bad habits. So in this video, I want to take you through 3 steps to change a habit. Okay, so step number 1, noticing. I want you to just be aware, be a watcher of your life, and pay attention to the things that you do on autopilot. So from the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to bed at night, what are the things that you seem to be doing on autopilot? Like you're not consciously making the decision to do those things. It's just habits that you're doing every single day. So the first step is just noticing the things that you're doing, your habits and the things you're doing on autopilot without judging. That's important. Don't judge yourself. We're just being curious. Step number 2 is noticing the cue. So with every habit that we have, there is a cue that cues the habit. So for instance, sometimes people, maybe they drink when they get home. So they get home from work and they go to the fridge and they grab a beer and they don't want to be drinking that much. Or maybe they go to get into their car on the way home and they light up a cigarette and they're trying to quit smoking. So there's always a cue. So the cue is I get into my car, I light a cigarette. The cue is I get home from work, I go to the fridge and I grab a drink. So I want you to notice the cue that cues that behavior, that cues that automatic response that your brain kicks in and says, you know, this is what we're going to do on autopilot. We're going to go on to the 3rd step, and that's what's the reward? What's the feeling that we're going for? So everything that we do in life is for a feeling, whether we realize it or not, we're looking for a feeling. So when that person comes home from work and the cue is they grab the alcoholic beverage, what is the feeling that they're going for? And the feeling is usually stress relief, right? I want to relax. I want to de-stress after a hard day. There's always a reward or a feeling that we're going for when we do our habits. So it's so important to really dive deep into what you're really going for when you do that habit, when you do that action, what needs to be nourished. Because so many times we try to take away these habits. We try to say, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to quit drinking, and we're not paying attention to what needs to be nourished, right? Like what is our body asking for? Because when we have a bad habit, it's only because that's the best way our body knows how to take care of us. So it's not a bad thing. It's your body and your brain trying to take care of you. So write down these cues and write down the reward that you're going for, the feeling that you're going after, because if we can do that, then we can ask ourselves, okay, what are other ways that I can get that reward that doesn't have a negative consequence? What's another way that I can de-stress? You know, what's another way to meet that need that doesn't have that negative effect on the end? Something that's good for us that we can get that same feeling from. So important. So again, just to go over those 3 steps again, take a day and tune in and be curious and watch yourself and see the things that you do on autopilot. See your habits. Step number 2 was what's the cue? Look for the cue for those habits so that you can disrupt that behavior. And then step number 3 was what's the reward that you are giving yourself when you do that habit? Is there a way that we can get that reward in a healthy way, in a way that serves us in not a negative way? So hopefully that helps you guys. I hope that I will talk to you soon, and I would love to help you transform your habits as well. Okay, bye.